Yeah, I saw all those comments on Facebook. I saw what everyone was saying. Even my mom and my sister were saying they have better hair than me and they could kick my ass. Like they even have enough foot. Everyone's thinking they're so safe and secure behind this global pandemic bullshit, and you know what? It's starting to piss me off, and I think I'm gonna have to do something about it.
Seriously, do not fuck up my makeup.
Oh my god, Carol's real pissed off now.
Motherfucker!
That's it.
You really want to do this?
Oh, that really hurt. Come on, Bill Clinton. Mega reversal!
What the... How did you even get in here?
You're...
Not a piece of me!
Oh, hey. How's it going, all my fellow and future outlaws? None of you going a bit stir-crazy, I hope not, because this is your in-ring rundown, and I am the NAKK Double G. And yes, that does stand for the most handsome and mentally stable commentator that you'll ever meet. It's AEW's Dynamite here tonight, a show I haven't made fun of in quite some time, and I'm sorry, but that just simply will not do. And you know it's gonna be a doozy of an episode when it begins with the ghost Pokemon Darby Allin hiding in a dark room revealing his need for victory against the corporate sheep, Cody Rhodes. And if I know anything about corporate sheep versus people who dress up like juggalos, clearly only one of them can be trusted. We take off fast and furious as these two men are set to open the show and steal our hearts, and wait. Cody Rhodes really 6'1"? I just feel like that can't be true. Is he really that tall? Am I really that short? Is Jericho ever not wearing sequins? Not often. Cody begins the match with a few bridge-like pin attempts on the young Darby, but unfortunately his knees are just too devastated from trying to master his father's signature dance moves early on in the day. Darby does take advantage of this, chasing him outside the ring and striking his leg repeatedly. Cody flees to his wife's side for support, which he successfully acquires by basically throwing Darby into her 5 seconds later as he began charging towards them. I guess the word nightmare and the term nightmare family is just code for just shy of domestic abuse. We come back from commercial where Cody is dominating over Darby for nearly 10 minutes before Jericho shows us all that he's not just a great in-ring competitor, that he's a master of the commentary game as well.
My Sharona.
Did anyone gonna tell me why he said that? Darby regains control by landing what's both one of the most beautifully named moves in all of wrestling as well as one of my greatest weaknesses, the Code Red. This causes him to run to the outside of the ring where he is randomly stabbed by Britt Baker for no reason. I loved it.
God bless you, Britt. What a maniacal move.
Oh yes, God bless you, Britt Baker, for such a heinous act. We're so lucky to have the benevolence of your violence. Only a holy angel could kill with such a smile. This match that amazingly goes 30 minutes finally starts to see its end when Darby steals Cody's finisher, landing the pins nobody when unbelievably Cody is not pinned. Cody then shows Darby how to properly do a finisher incorrectly by going to the top and attempting a coffin drop, receiving knees in the process. And just when you think Eminem is about to pick up the victory landing his own properly landed coffin drop, Cody manages to pin him to the mat, but not really, because it kind of looked like Darby was pinning him at first, and then I guess not really, and then his shoulder was up, and then, I don't know, man. It's a little fishy. We're then treated to a video package of the recovering MJF inside his lovely home. He's recently played through Hollow Knight, and he wanted to tell us all how it felt to finally find that last pale ore.
I now have the strongest nail in the world.
Next is a match brought to you by one of my favorite vegetables to put onto the grill, squash. With moose, or Musa, or Musa, yeah, that's what I meant. He has really nice hair, though. I wonder if he uses moose. He's up against the man from the streets who's always full of rage. The war machine of AEW that they definitely don't want you to remember already lost to Cody in a cage match, Wardlow. This crazy individual puts on a bloodbath so brutal that we can only recover this clip to show you. I think that was the wrong clip. Oh shit, sorry. I apologize. We actually don't have any footage of this match because all he did was knee this moose in the face and it's over. The Inner Circle are here with another installment of the Bubbly Bunch, and this time Jericho reveals to the world that they've all been trying to learn how to play Smash Bros. Melee. But unfortunately, instead of using Dolphin Net Play, they get confused and somehow just start beating the shit out of each other through the internet. Quite remarkable, really. Oh. Hey, Bob. It's a couple of best friends versus a man who probably wishes his name was McLovin and a man who's probably named after someone's cat. And before the match can even take off, the dastardly duo ambushes the best friends and the freshly squeezed individual on the outside of the ring. Smashing that chair right in his orange face, Jericho uses this opportunity to describe his ideal woman.
Freshly knocked the F out.
Jimmy and Superbad Kip Sabian go on to destroy the best friends for what honestly feels like 15 minutes straight, berating them with chair strikes and crashing them down onto a ladder that just really wouldn't fucking break.
Chucky wedges the chair in there. Chucky Wedge.
That's right, Tony. Chucky Wedge. You're just so fucking good. Can I have a job now? Orange Cassidy is finally back in the action, distracting Kip Sabian on the outside, when the beautiful Penelope Chevy attempts to support her man. Support him by accidentally kicking him in the face and then nosediving into his crotchal region as Orange Cassidy sidesteps her. Deciding that simply wasn't enough, he scales to the top rope and crashes down on both of them with no remorse for anyone's well-being. Now, you may be wondering the answer to that burning question inside you is, and the answer is yes. This episode does have a surprising amount of domestic abuse in it. Moments later, Sexy Chucky hits the Sexy Waffle Awful Doomsday Pile Driver onto a pile of chairs that definitely should have just killed Jimmy, and picks up the victory for their team here tonight. That match though, Jesus Christ, man. Let's take a break from the action for a second and join Dr. Britt Baker back at her dental office, where she's ready to give us all tips on how to be a proper role model. After berating this poor makeup artist that's definitely not just a paid actor, she shows us all what not to do by giving us some pictures of an unhealthy lifestyle.
Fat people, guys and girls, you need to suck it in for photos.
Where'd you get those pictures of me? The next match of the night is between the chairman of the board, Sean Kennedy Spears, versus Baron Black, who, believe it or not, is not actually the name of a slightly racist Marvel character from the 60s. Sean Spears takes control of the match early on by pressuring the rookie into the corner. But unfortunately, Tony can't seem to concentrate and keeps yelling out flashbacks of that time he cut his ex-wife's lover doing a striptease for her.
He was twerking. Well, he was twerking.
Sean hits the "see you for dinner" on the blackest of Barons, finishing him off with a sharpshooter and continuing his streak of dominance that doesn't really exist because he just lost to Cody 2 weeks ago. Let's keep heading forward as it's time for everyone's favorite bro, D. Lee, to take on Elder Tagoro in a one-on-one match here tonight. Unfortunately for Marco Needs a stuntman, this is happening before he won the Dark Tournament with his younger brother and doesn't have his demon magic yet. Tony Schiavone, a man of clarity, a man of honor, a man who really doesn't take too much convincing.
Hey, where's Jim Ross this week? Jim Ross could be part of the Dark Order. Well, you know,
Seriously, man, how has he not already joined a cult or something? Oh shit, yeah, there was a match going on here, wasn't there? I almost forgot. Oh, he did. Our AEW champion finally appears in his natural habitat, this random abandoned broken down wall. He's here to tell us all to stay strong and be thankful for the good things while we all go through these difficult times. His third item on that list literally being that of a steel chair, which makes sense because even during the Shield's first match against Ryback and Team Hell No, anytime Dean Ambrose got his hands on said chair, his stamina recovered immediately. Don't believe me? Watch it. He then leaves us all with this very important message.
Don't forget to call your grandmother.
You know what, Moxley? You're exactly right. I'm gonna call my grandmother right now.
The fingers you have used to dial are too fat.
Aww. The main event of the night is here with the last match of the semi-final tournament between Dustin Rhodes and the Murder Hawk Lance.
Making his way
Did he just wreck some random guy on his way to the ring? That's just good TV. Now, Dustin is a big man himself, but seems to keep getting overpowered by the man who looks like he takes his hair tips from Bianca Belair. Both of them head to the outside of the ring and really toy around enough with a steel chair that it kind of makes you wonder if they forgot this wasn't a no DQ or if Aubrey did. Irregardless, this boot to steel to face causes the Golden One to bust wide open as they eke scarily close to the commentator's table. Jericho then slips up and nearly proves my theories true when he mentions he literally has transformations he can activate at will.
I'll tell you what, I'm not in fighting mode right now, I'm in commentary mode.
I do pray one day that we get to see such a glorious metamorphosis. As you wouldn't expect, this match goes along for nearly 30 minutes, but as you would expect, 25 of it is spent with Larcher dominating over Dustin thoroughly. We are supposed to cut to one more commercial break here for the night, but to TNT's dismay, Jericho and Tony Schiavone are caught playing Mr. Potato Head instead.
Rip his nose off! No!
Dustin does manage to get a little bit of offense, even landing a 1 count with a cross never pins anyone Rhodes. But alas, all of this is in vain, as Aubrey doesn't seem to care at all, as Lance smashes Dustin's head into the exposed turnbuckle over and over. Or seems to care when his family is about to throw in the towel. Or seems to care when Lance just drags him back in and smashes his head down more against the mat over and over until he gets the 3 count. Goddamn, Aubrey, you're a cold-hearted son of a bitch. Well, that's it for this week's episode. I want to thank you all for watching. If you love that wrestling comedy and what we do here at GGV, be sure to leave a comment and share with a friend and let me know what you thought. Tune in next week where I do my best not to be both happy that wrestling is still happening and sort of pissed off that wrestling probably still shouldn't be happening. And of course, a shout out to all my patrons. As you can clearly tell from the beginning of this video that if you fuck with me, I will kick you through the internet. And of course, a shout out to all the friends that helped me with the intro here today. It was a blast to make, even if this was the usual response to someone when I asked them if they would do it for me.
Man, Nick's dumbass wants us to do what now?
Love you too, bitch. This has been Man from Earth with all the girth, telling you to be character you know you're worth. And just when you think Eminem is about to fist with Moose. I guess it. Oh my God. Which this crazy individual puts on a blood blast. As you wouldn't expect, this match does cause Jericho then nearly slips up and that was a lot of spit.